Hey guys, well, as you may have seen in it's a couple of videos ago, my front fender on the 1190 got ripped off by a log getting pulled up around the back of the wheel and smashed it to pieces. So we broke this off. We broke here, one of the mounts broken off here, and on the other side big crack through here and a crack here. And you'll notice that this crack, something has happened. I've done a bit of home plastic welding, so today I am going to show you how to do a bit of plastic welding. It's a bit I'm just inexperienced, cheap and easy method, and you can see it's pretty crappy on the inside, but no more crack. So I'm hoping I can basically patch this entire thing up, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay, so two things. One is you need a piece of old fairing. So the fairings and body parts on motorcycles are usually made from, what's the name of the plastic? I'll just write it here because I can't remember the name of it. ABS, that's it, is it? ABS plastic. And it's relatively non-toxic. When you heat it too much, it does give a bit of smoke, and you should not be breathing that in. But just do it in a well ventilated area. Don't do it for maybe too long a period, and it'll be fine. If you start getting dizzy or something, I'd say get the hell outside into some fresh air. But what you need to do is get an old piece of fairing if you've got one. I had a smashed up pieces from the Husky, and so I've been using those, and I cut some strips off here with a saw, and they're about, I don't know, 3 or 4 millimeters wide. Probably even better if they're about 2 millimeters wide, something quite narrow. So yeah, what we're going to do is heat it up. You can just use an electric soldering iron. Something with a wedge-shaped blade is fine. I've been using this little butane soldering iron, which I think I've just about killed, but mainly because it gets hotter quicker, and it seems a bit hotter, and it works a bit better. Don't get any naked flame on the plastic, it will catch fire. Okay, so I'll get this thing going. Let that warm up, and basically what we need to do, actually I did this one earlier just to make sure I remembered how to do this, because I've done it in the past. Was shown by some friends and worked quite well, comes up okay. So maybe I'll do this one first, which is just a crack. It's not broken right off. I don't have to pin the two pieces together, and we'll see how we go with that. So I've got a little like Dremel type tool, rotary tool, and what I do like to do is just get a bit of a V groove along the inside of that crack, because then it gives you something to fill, a bit more surface area for the plastic to bond to, and I think it does work a bit better. So I'll just do that on this crack. Get my piece of plastic and move them out of the way. Actually, one of these I think is going to be, this will be my most concerned, not that one. This one will be my most concerning piece, because it's what I'm least sure about, because it's like basically a very structural mount, quite thick plastic, meaning it was most likely doing a lot of work, and that's, I don't know. We'll see if that one will work. Anyway, let's get onto this one, and basically not much of a zoom. That's it's as close as I get. So doesn't really matter which end you start at, but basically this melt this, and you want to press it. You want to get a bit of penetration into the actual body part. So and there we have it. A bit of a plastic weld along that crack. You can just neaten up the other side, just make it look a bit, a bit like a bit of a Frankenstein. And that's still pretty warm, but give that a few minutes to cool down, and should have a bit of strength. So I guess a couple of tips are that I V-grooved it out, but then I left quite a mound here that I could get quite a big bonding area too, and hopefully that has a bit of strength. We'll find out. Anyway, I'll do the other parts, and then we'll have a bit of a look at the finished product and see what we think. As you can see, I put, I don't know if you can see, put a heap around this, the junction of that mount and the body, so it really strengthens up that corner. I should say, I guess, I'm basically keeping the stick that I've cut, that 2 or 3 mil wide stick, all the way along the V-groove that I've made, and I'm melting it, the whole stick, fully onto that point. So I guess you could use less, but certainly no harm in using more, except that you're making your bike heavier by a few grams. So as you can see, this stick here, that will basically, that'll get me to here. I'll have to use another piece to get around the corner there. So do go through a bit of plastic. It takes some time, but we shouldn't be in a rush. And as you're pressing, you need to press, get right into, actually melt part of the fairing. Otherwise, you're just putting this layer of melted plastic on top of a nice polished surface, and it won't stick. It'll just come straight off. So you really got to melt it into the plastic. But of course, I'm sacrificing looks for strength. You go to a proper plastic welding place, and I'm sure they've got the right tools and right equipment, and they can do a very neat and very strong job, probably with even better penetration than I'm getting, and almost as good as new. But that's expensive, and this is I'm trying to help people that are really trying to do a bit of repair on the cheap, that can't afford to spend the money, or don't want to spend the money, or just enjoy experimenting. Okay, well, here we are. My welding is complete. We have a bit of patchwork on that side, a bit of patchwork on focus on that side, just manually focus it. So yeah, as you can see, the weld's pretty lumpy and bumpy on the inside, but that doesn't really worry me at all. In fact, it's preferable for me, because I'd like to really get as much plastic on there as I can. And then on the outside, just sort of neaten up the crack so it doesn't, well, it's not really neatened up. Battle scars. Chicks dig scars, didn't you know? And there we have it. Success!